Connie Stewart with SimplySimpleStamping.com and welcome to June 2014 Stampin' Gals Gone Wild. My theme this month is all about the new in colors for 2014 to 2016, and I'll tell you what, this Blackberry Bliss is, well, it is just that. It is bliss. Love this color. I'm going to share with you how to create this cute little Hershey Nugget holder. It's just adorable. I'm actually going to show you two different versions of it, but this one will hold 4 Hershey Nuggets, and it's actually a very simple little project to make. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, we're going to begin with our Blackberry Bliss Cardstock. I've already got this scored for you. You've got the measurements there in your tutorial. It was a very simple one to score. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring in the scallop tag topper punch, and I'm just going to slide this in, and we're going to punch out both ends so that we get this fabulous little decorative edge on the top of our project. All right, we're just going to give this a quick, oh, pardon me, I left my bone folder out there. I'm going to give these a quick bone fold. And listen, you guys have heard me say there is so many times that when it comes to boxes, bone folder is just, it's just a must. It really is, because we don't want a box to look rounded. We want it to have those really nice sharp edges. You'll kind of see here I'm sort of doing a bit of an accordion fold. When you go to do the scallop edge, you want to be very careful. You can see that score line is right on the edge of that scallop. So be real careful when you do that one. Well, you can kind of see, whoops, looks like I did that one the wrong way. Sorry, it's a good thing it doesn't really matter as long as it all comes together, right? So there you can kind of see my box starting to come together. Pretty darn easy, right? Okay, well, what we're going to do is we are going to take 4 Hershey Nuggets here, and I've already gone and wrapped some of them. I used our Moonlight Designer Series paper stack. Love these things. They come 4.5 by 6.5 inch sheets, so they're really nice and a doable size to work with. This one is cut 1 inch by 3 inches. I'm going to be using the new Fast Fuse on this one. Now, one thing I have learned with Fast Fuse, you just kind of you can kind of start to see the sticky there, sort of line it up, and if you'll draw your line, draw your dispenser down, and then give it a flick back, okay? I'm going to do a piece there. Oops. Like I said, you kind of have to, get it started there. It has to sort of have something to get started. We're going to give it a flick, and I'll line it up one more time. What I like about this, though, it's the super strong stuff, almost like sticky strip, but in a dispenser, and we love that, right? We're just going to take this and wrap it around our Hershey Nugget. And I will tell you, I have attempted to do this with snail, and it just doesn't work. I'm sorry, but it will not. Gravity just wants to work against you, and it doesn't want to hold on. All right, we've got that done. We're going to now go ahead and start to decorate our little holder. Okay, so when I cut that designer series paper, I actually had a couple little strips left over, and I thought, hey, let's use that. So I have cut it down to 2 inches, and I believe this was a 1/2 inch piece here, and I'm just going to attach it to the front of my box. Like I said, hey, why waste it? You know, those little strips we tend to throw away, but look, it really decorates up my box nicely. So we've got that done. Let's now come back in with the Fast Fuse, and we're going to lay some adhesive, again, giving it a flick. That stuff really likes to flick. Okay, and a little bit there. And now I can go and add, I'm going to add one of them that's in the Blackberry Bliss, and then the other one is the Hello Honey. Now let's put a little bit, whoops, that's snail, not Fast Fuse. Okay, we're going to put a little bit of the Fast Fuse on the back of this one so that we can top those and that they stay in place. So we'll get this last one. And there is my fabulous little box. Okay, let's take some of the natural Chevron ribbon, and we're just going to pull this through the little holes here, and I'm going to share with you just a simple little tip. We're just going to tie this, but when we go to tie it, you notice the pattern is only on one side. So make sure when you're going to give it a tie that this hasn't twisted. We don't want this boring side out. So just give it a little twist as you're working with it, and that way you get that pretty pattern on both sides. It is a little long. I believe I cut this at 6 inches, but I want you to have plenty. It can shred, so I want you to have the ability to trim off what you don't need. So we've got that. Can you see how fast this one's going together? Let's add a fun little tag. I'm going to come in with my Crumb Cake Cardstock using a brand new stamp set called Num Num. I've got this fabulous Just a Little Something for You. And of course, that fabulous Blackberry Bliss ink. I'm just going to stamp it there on my Crumb Cake Cardstock. I decided to use the Chalk Talk Framelits. I know a lot of you have bought that. It was a great bundle, and you probably already own the Framelits. If not, it's a great one to pick up. And if you don't have it, check out your punches and your other Framelits and see which one will work in there. I'm going to run that through my Big Shot, and it's going to look like this. It's going to look fabulous. So let's doll it up just a little bit more. It was kind of boring. Remember that designer series paper that had scraps left over? Well, I used the brand new itty bitty punch pack, and I believe this one was called Accents. I hope I've got that right. And I just punched out a little flower out of the scrap. So let me come in with a glue dot, and we're just going to, remember, we always press our project onto a glue dot, and we're going to add that right there to the corner. Now, I wanted to add a little sparkle, and so I'm going to come in with the champagne glimmer paper, and I've just got a standard office hole punch. This is a 1/4 inch hole punch. Okay, it's not going to come out. Okay, well, you know, it goes like that sometimes, so let's try again. Again, this is a great way just to use up some scrap. Now, I will tell you, we do have a brand new dazzling details, you know, my little glitter glue stuff that I love to use, but when I'm making this video, it's not quite available to me yet, but by the time you see this video, it will be available, and I do recommend that because I think it's just the bomb. I love using that glitter. It's fabulous. You can just add a dot. But for today, since I don't have that, I do have to add my bling because it's just what I do. I'm going to use the gold glimmer, the champagne glimmer paper. I've got a mini glue dot that I just kind of rolled into a little ball. And I'm just going to attach my little center to my flower there. And look at that great shimmer and shine. That's what really is going to make this project kind of stand out above the rest. Again, I've got my mini glue dots out, so I'm just going to take a glue dot right there on the end. I can add it to my project, and guys, that is all there is to it. Is that just a simple and cute little party favor? I absolutely love it. It's just fantastic. But look, I'm going to take it one step further, and we are going to do a double, all right? So I'm going to bring in some cardstock. This has been cut 4 inches by 6.5. My score lines were exactly the same as the project. 3/4 inch, 1.5, 2.5, 4, 5, and 5 3/4. Again, those scoring lines exactly what you already have. The only thing I did is instead of 2 inches, I did 4. Okay, everybody with me? I've also scored down the center at 2 inches. I'm just going to give this a light fold. I'm not going to crease it really hard. I'm going to slide this double into my punch, and I am going to double punch it like so. Now you can see, look at this great thing we have. So I'm going to give this a quick fold, and I'll show you how to put this one together. All right, so you can see how my double one's going to go together. I'm going to lay this flat, and I have got some designer series paper here that I have just cut down to 1 inch. And we're going to attach that to these little center areas there. And, you know, I still had some more designer paper, so I thought, I'll just doll it up a little bit more. So we're going to add a couple little pieces here, and these are 1/2 inch pieces. Now, to close this one up, I've got some of our Island Indigo Chevron trim ribbon, and I've got 20 inches. I'm sorry, make that 18 inches of ribbon. And we're just going to run this through. So you can use this if you need something maybe a little bit bigger, maybe a thank you gift to a friend, someone at church who did something really awesome for you. And there we go. Again, like always, because we do kind of shred up the ends of ribbon when we run it through things. So I'll kind of trim that up, and there you can see there's going to be my 8-piece Hershey Nugget holder. So you kind of got a double video today. How about that? So now you have some different ideas on how you can use these and have a simple little party favor or simple little thank you anytime you need it. Thanks so much for checking out the video for June 2014. I hope you guys like that one. Thank you all so much for being a part of Stampin' Gals Gone Wild. Jose and I appreciate you so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you for always using your hostess code, simplysimplestamping.com if you're in the U.S. And if you are in Canada, Jose is your girl at stampingjoe.com. Thanks again for tuning in to June. Have a wonderful day. God bless you all. We'll see you soon.